guys, it's Mona Lisa. How are you doing? So, I want to apologize because I did not post a video last week. I don't know if you heard, but there was a hurricane in Houston, Hurricane Harvey, and I wasn't in town. I didn't have a place to film, so no video last week. That's why. Anyway, moving on. This week, I'm doing a video, as you can tell by the title, about things that we all thought as kids. Comment down below if any of these things you do too, because I know you do them too. I have friends. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I have friends, okay? And they do these things too. I'm sure of it. I'm sure. You ready? Let's go. For some reason, we thought that this was an actual thing. I don't know why, because it doesn't make sense. But as kids, we actually thought that if we got underneath the covers, nothing bad could happen to us. If only life was still that simple. Don't lie, you do this too, because the darkness is a scary place when you're by yourself. I'm not even joking. Like, sometimes I turn off the lights in the kitchen and the dining room and the living room after I'm done being downstairs at night, and I have to charge up the stairs like I'm running for my life because I might just be someday, so you never know. But like, it's scary downstairs when there's no light. Don't act like you don't do this too. So keep it real, because it's dark, you're down there by yourself. Nope, don't play. I don't play when it comes to darkness downstairs. I do not. I used to cross my eyes all the time as a kid, and my dad would always say that if I kept doing that, my eyes would stay like that. Sometimes I would do it just to laugh when he would tell me not to do it, but like, I honestly believed it. I'm not even joking. Like, I was just like,
nope, I can't do that. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I cannot. Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
When I first thought about this one and read it, I laughed because I remember, like, as a kid, like, being 7 or 8, I was like, that's not true. But like, as like a 5-year-old, I was just like,
yeah, like everything my parents say is correct, and they're just always right all the time, right? Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
The kids at my school always tried to get me to believe this, but no, I never really did, because it's actually ridiculous when you think of it. Like, it's just a stupid rhyme. Like,
you step on a crack, you break your mother's back.
And I'm just like, that don't make no sense. But like, as a kid, at school, I tried it one time. I stepped on a crack, and all the kids were like,
oh, no she didn't.
And I went home and I'm asked my mom, and I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, why? And I was like, oh, because I stepped on a crack today. And she's like, yeah, like that's not true. And I was like, yeah.
I didn't think so, because kids at my school are dumb. But that's okay. Let them be dumb. I'm just trying to get my education and live my life, okay? Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
I believe this one as a kid too, actually. Except, like, not like the way you think, like,
aw, Cuppy, I love you. Aw, Chair, you're my favorite. Aw, Ceiling Fan, I love you.
No, not like that at all. More like if my parents would tell me something like, go clean your room, I would stop my way to my room and I would like slam my door and like something would fall off my dresser or something because like the wall shaking or whatever. And I would slam it back down like, sit down! Because I would get irritated. And then after a while I'll be like,
sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you.
Like, what's wrong with me? everything? Like, seriously, like, that's a problem. That's a serious problem.
Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
As a kid, this made sense because sometimes during the day, when I was in the car with my parents, we would always catch red lights, or sometimes we would always get green lights, and I'm like,
Hey, thank you. Thanks.
but then sometimes I'd be like, why?
Why can't we just have a green light? Why you gotta give us the red light? That's rude and inconsiderate. I'm suing.
Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
I would ask my parents when they were drinking coffee, can I have some? And they'd be like, no, because it's going to stunt your growth. And I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want that to happen. I do not.
I don't need that. I need to grow tall so I can be really tall and beautiful.
I'm not even joking. As a kid, I was like the tallest one of like my friends for the longest time. At that point, I would be like,
Give me coffee! I want to be short! Why? Just let me be short!
Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
so this one kind of goes along. Like, I didn't really think this as a kid, like when it came to like the radio, but like TV shows. Like, I would actually think that like during a TV show, like it was like they were recording it at the same time. So like during commercials, they were trying to figure out what should we do next, and somebody would be like,
Alright, we should do blah blah blah. Oh, that's a good idea. Good looking now. We gonna do that.
Start to mine. I look in your eyes and see you searching for a sign.
this one is like the realest of the realest. Please comment down below if you believe this too as a kid, because like as a kid, even now, like my parents love to watch black and white movies. I love black and white movies, really. So I remember like as a kid, me actually asking my mom like all the time, what was it first like when you first saw like color? And my mom was like, the world was never black and white. What's wrong with you?
Everything?
I don't know. Like, please tell me if like y'all thought this too. But for some reason, like in addition to the world being only black and white, I thought that all anybody ate was just water, bread, and butter. Why? Well, why did I think that? Why? Like, I'm sorry, but that doesn't make any sense. Please make sure to subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and follow me on my social media. It's the same as my channel. Please remember to be smart, be brave, and be you, because that's who I love. Bye, guys. But like, it was, oh my goodness, that is so untrue. But you know, you still listen to them because you love them, and they know best most of the time. Sometimes, water, bread, and butter. What in the world? One last thing. Speaking of kids, shout out to my little cousin. I love you so much, Izzy.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Boy, my heart is driving me to where you are. You can take both hands off the wheel and still get far.